Alright, what's up everybody? Afflicted Gamer here, and welcome to Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah, quite the change of pace, I know, but to my surprise, and I have to give you a little bit of context before I go into the rest of this video. First up, thank you so very much, Ubisoft, for the gift. I've partnered up with them to produce this content with you. However, the one set a few days that I did not check my email, literally 2 days after my birthday, there was an email for Star Wars. And yeah, it was a rough little while, so I didn't actually see the email until roughly 5 days later, and have been kicking myself ever since because the past couple of weeks, well, past week and the one coming are just extremely busy for me, real life wise. So I haven't gotten to put a lot of time into the game, not nearly as much as I wanted to. But this is one heck of an awesome belated birthday gift. I was going to get this regardless. So yeah, again, Ubisoft, thank you Ubisoft, thank you Ubisoft, because this was I wanted this no matter what. I was not flown out to Disneyland, to put that up front and clear, because a lot of people are saying, oh well, if you got flown out there, you're biased, you can't say this and that. I honest to God don't know what those terms are or were or anything about them. I know people got to go to Disneyland because I saw it on YouTube. But so anyhow, I can say whatever I want as per usual and give my honest review, which is what I'm going to do. There will be little tidbits in here, and I just wanted to share some gameplay of a stealth mission. Despite the fact that these aren't my favorite kind of missions, there's a lot of fun to be had in them. Nyx is a great little side character. And my apologies. Think of this video as just a little prelude to my full review. I don't want to rush through the game just to push out a review. I don't want to miss things that could really matter story-wise, review-wise, or anything of that nature. I want to see and experience every nook and cranny. So this is a very somewhat early on mission. So if you don't want any spoilers whatsoever, then of course click away. Anyhow, moving forward. Stealth missions, two types of things can happen within them. One, you will have some where you literally cannot get caught. If you do, your hands go up and that's that. So I'm just going to say this, just in case it's something that I don't think might be a spoiler, that you might, maybe potential spoilers ahead, but this is very early on gameplay. These are all things you're going to find out. I'm not going to talk about the things that I've done in the story or give you any specific names or anything like that, okay? So, and it is a rather long mission, because when you have to be stealthy and you have so many enemies surrounding you, you're still learning your pathways and whatnot. I really tried not to get caught. You do have a ability quite early on, which I dub it the Joel. You'll understand if you played The Last of Us. Not quite to his extent, but yeah. It's helpful. I don't know if I'm going to get to upgrade it or anything like that, but yeah. So as you saw, I did get caught here. at this point in time. And this is I think, my biggest pet peeve. Because if you've played The Division, which if you're playing an Ubisoft game, I'm pretty sure you have, whenever you aim down sights and then you stop aiming, you go back to your normal position where the gun goes down. That does not happen in this game. And to find the way that I found out was by dying. It was infuriating. I'm like, okay, go put the gun back down. So when you're holding L2 to shoot somebody, once you're done, you then have to hit L2 again to unaim. Or you press left on the D-pad or a different button, and then it will put your weapon away. The second one that is equally frustrating, especially in these missions. Oh my gosh, Kay, I don't understand you. And apparently she's Mike Tyson. You see that knockout? There will probably be an example of what I'm right now referring to later on in the video. When you are crawling through vents or in between tight spaces, and when you go to exit said tight space, like a vent or whatnot, she stands up. Why? What are you doing? Why are you standing up? We are trying to be sneaky. She'll even say, Nix, keep your little chirps down and whatever. But then proceeds to just stand up in front of a whole squad of the Empire. And it's, or a faction. What are you doing? What are you doing? And why do you always drop the gun? I noticed, I guess, there's no sling for her to throw it over her shoulder. But I really wish that there was, because I always have to keep picking up the blaster whenever I knock it down. But on the grand scheme of things, they're not that terrible. It's just more of an annoyance than anything else, especially the stealth part. I would say that bothers me the most. I've gone all this way quietly. I have to go through said vent. I'm out, and then there I am standing. Oh, hands up. You're caught. Done. Ubisoft, please change that if you watch this. Just make it so, okay, if she's crouching, she stays crouching until you make her stand back up again. Please. And since I am looting, I will give you guys a tip I learned the hard way early on. Loot absolutely everything possible before you go to your yellow marker, your quest marker. So say, for example, there is a yellow quest marker in this room. Pick everything else up, loot every chest, anything possible before you go to that yellow marker. And there is a extremely big reason why I'm telling you to do that. And again, I don't know if that would be a spoiler or if somebody would get mad if I say anything as to why, but so I'm just going to leave it at that and say loot everything before you go to your quest marker. Okay? That's that. And here, as I've now taken out my surrounding enemies, I decided, well, I may as well check and see if there was anything around here to pick up. I did see steel a second ago. I backtrack and I do get it. Nix. He's a funny little guy. It's funny when you get to customize him, put little headphones on him and stuff like that. The little things that he does, they really are adorable. and he is a funny little sidekick. And I know in a lot of ways this game will get compared to Jedi Fallen Order in some circumstances, and sure, there's some similarities, but there's also some similarities to other Ubisoft games, which you'll be able to tell right off the bat. There's, you know, things that you could compare to a million other games. The best part is that they all fit well together. You'll know which one is which as you come across certain situations. Um, yeah, I'll leave that at that. There's Kay putting her blaster down again. That little visor binocular set that you have is also, aside from Nick's, your best friend. There are so many times I wouldn't have known that an enemy was near me if I didn't take a moment to quickly scout. There's so much you could see out in the open, but depending on how wide a view you have, your camera angle on, and whatnot, there's going to be somebody you may not notice, so that thing is really important. Combat feels pretty good too, by the way. I just find it hilarious that in full armor, she can just beat the crap out of everybody. She had nothing to protect her knuckles or anything like that. She's she's not a superhero with super strength or anything like that, but she could beat the crap out of a lot of people. Sparrow riding. Sorry, not Sparrow. Speeder. Destiny player. I'm sorry. If you play Destiny, you'll feel at home with the speeder. I crash a lot. I think I need to relearn my speeder permit. But it's awesome that you can kind of summon it at will. You don't have to go back for it in case that was something you were concerned with. And it's really fast. I mean, before any upgrades at all, it's really, really fast. So I tried to slow mine down due to how often I would crash, but it still feels incredibly quick. But overall, honestly, I have had a lot of fun. The environment it's gorgeous. I'm playing on the PS5. I have had I'm basically reviewing the game here, and that wasn't the point. The point was just to kind of share this mission with you, but I was doing a lot of just kind of mumbling to myself in the background. I thought, oh crap, no, I can't just put that out. So I chose to have low volume in the background so you can still kind of hear gunshots and Kay moving and whatnot. And at this point, I'm wondering, where the heck did Nix go? He just, I guess, went on a little vacation. I don't know where he went. I almost went back down the cliff to look for him. I think I look over it here in a moment because I don't know where he went, but anyhow, he will eventually reappear. So, is Star Wars Outlaws any good? In my opinion, yeah. I'm having a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun with it. I typically like lightsabers in my games, but
what is he doing down there?
I'm not upset that this isn't a game. Yeah, there's me looking for Nyx. That this isn't a game about lightsabers, because we have some,
Okay. Oh.
and this is a totally different and unique experience due to that. We're essentially a female Han Solo. Cool. Sabotaging alarms, tricking people, using Nyx to rob people. different factions to help or betray, that really does impact the game.
Where's
You know, there's a lot of
Where's
games out
this
there that
book
give you
taking
the
me?
option to choose different dialogue, and it says, oh, you know, this is really, really going to impact the game. And there's a handful of games out there, if not more, where it truly doesn't make a
Now, where's
difference.
that client list?
Here it does. And I like that. You know, I've been put into certain situations where I start to think to myself, oh
Where's
gosh,
this?
okay, what
It's gonna
what
drive me
should
crazy.
I do here? And especially at uh, I will say earlier point in the game, I haven't even decided which faction I fully want to side with yet, or if I want to get in good graces just enough for certain rewards, or you know, there's numerous questions that I'm still asking myself, even as I'm speaking to you guys right now. So, yeah, now your choices do matter.
Down
They do
here.
make an impact, and I think that that's great that Ubisoft went this way, took
Client
that
list
route.
first, bomb second.
Alrighty, what else can I say without spoiling anything or actually making this my review on the game? You know, I wanted to give you one mission. I did cut just a tiny portion of it short at the beginning, and that's for a reason. I didn't think you guys wanted to see me creep through the bushes and this, that, and the other. So, but anyhow, actually, I think I'm coming up to the part that I was referring to on why you should loot absolutely everything. Yes, I am. So, yeah. Okay, so there you have it. There's a little taste of Star Wars Outlaws from myself. A full review is on the way. Please be patient. Again, I'm so very sorry that it is taking longer than usual, but like I said, it's my fault. I didn't see the email until 5 full days later, which would have given me so much more time and free time to play the game, and then real life is happening, and here we go.
What is this? It's an offer.
Here is
Says we need to
why
know who's doing business with the
your
banks. Give me that
decisions
list and we won't cross
really
it.
do
It's all
matter
there.
in this game.
Easy
So
to hot buttons. Just don't back
I'm
down.
going to leave you guys here with
If
the dialogue. I'm not going to show you the choice that I made, but if you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like on it. It's very much appreciated. Consider subscribing for more Star Wars Outlaws content if you enjoyed it. Don't worry, Division figure, all that stuff is still coming.
Oh God.
And from here, let me know what you think of the game down in the comments section, and I will see you soon with the full review.